Hey, welcome back to Jelly's Diary. If this is your first time here, I'm Angelica, and this is just a space where we talk about life honestly. No pretending we have everything figured out, no perfect advice, just real conversations about growth, relationships, healing, and becoming the best version of ourselves we're still learning how to be. And today, I want to talk about something that I think happens to everyone at some point in their life. It's that quiet moment where you realize you deserve better. Here's the interesting thing about that moment when you realize that you deserve better. It usually is not in some dramatic way, right? There's no big announcement. There's no movie scene where everything suddenly changes. Most of the time, it's quiet. It's just a thought that basically crosses your mind, right? So maybe you're sitting somewhere thinking about a relationship or a friendship or even the way someone speaks to you, and suddenly you realize you've been accepting things that don't actually feel good to you. And when you start reflecting on it, you kind of start noticing a pattern. The excuses you've been making, the times you told yourself something wasn't a big deal, the moments you lowered your expectations just to keep the peace. And I think a lot of us do that because we're trying to be understanding, right? We're trying to be patient. We're trying to give people grace. But sometimes what we call patience is actually ignoring our own needs. So then, after really sitting with that, something shifts. And you realize that wanting respect isn't asking for too much. Wanting consistency isn't asking for too much. Wanting to feel valued in someone's life is not asking for too much. It's really all about asking the right person. And the difficult part about realizing you deserve better is that sometimes it forces you to make decisions you did not want to make. It might mean creating distance. It might mean ending certain relationships. It might mean walking away from things that once felt important. But growth has a way of changing your tolerance, right? So things that once may have felt normal start to feel uncomfortable. Things you once ignored start to become impossible to ignore. And that doesn't mean you become difficult. It doesn't mean you become cold. Doesn't mean you become crazy. It just means you started valuing yourself differently. And sometimes the most powerful thing you can do for your life is simply decide that the way that you've been treated before is no longer something you're willing to accept moving forward. And if you're in that season right now where you're realizing your standards are changing, just know that you're not alone in that process. Growth can feel uncomfortable, but it's also the beginning of something better. And that is today's entry in Jelly's diary. If you feel like this resonated with you, feel free to share it amongst your friends and maybe they'll resonate with it too, right? You know, I'm for the people. I really appreciate you all for listening. You guys keep me going. You keep me motivated. You keep my head on a swivel for sure. If there is anything you may want to say to me, feel free to reach out to me through Instagram at Jelly's Diary underscore. So that's JELLYSDIARY underscore. Okay. I love y'all so much. Mwah! Until next time. Bye.